I'd like to call this meeting to order. Clerk of the Board, please call the roll.
Freeholder Carter.
Present.
Freeholder Estrada.
Present.
Freeholder Hudak.
Present.
Freeholder Jallo. Freeholder Kowalski.
Here.
Freeholder Mirabella.
Present.
Freeholder Wright.
Present.
Vice Chairman Granados. Chairman Bergen.
Here.
Chairman, you have 7 freeholders currently present.
Thank you. Clerk of the Board, please lead us in the prayer and salute to the flag.
Humbly we ask God, the giver of peace and the lover of charity, to give the entire family of nations true agreement with his will, and to grant the light of his Spirit on all who work for justice and peace. Amen. Pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Clerk, please read the Statement of Compliance with the Open Public Meetings Act.
The Chair wishes to announce that, pursuant to the requirements of New Jersey statutes annotated, Title 10, Chapter 4, Section 10 of the Open Public Meetings Act, adequate notice of this meeting of the Board of Chosen Freeholders of the County of Union has been given by mailing the annual meeting schedule for the year 2016, along with periodic changes necessitated by circumstances, to the newspapers circulating within the County of Union who are designated to receive such notice, and by posting the annual meeting schedule for the year 2016 in the Administration Building, and further, by filing the annual meeting schedule for the year 2016 with the Office of the County Clerk.
Thank you. Approval of communications. May I please have a motion to approve communications?
So moved, Mr. Chairman.
Motion was made by Freeholder Mirabella, seconded by Freeholder Carter. Clerk of the Board, please call the roll.
Freeholder Carter.
Yes.
Freeholder Estrada.
Yes.
Freeholder Hudak.
Aye.
Freeholder Kowalski.
Yes.
Freeholder Mirabella.
Aye.
Freeholder Wright.
Yes.
Vice Chairman Granados. Chairman Bergen.
Yes.
Chairman, you have 7 freeholders voting in the affirmative.
Thank you. And please let the record reflect that Vice Chairman Granados is now present. We now have approval of 8 sets of minutes. May I please have a motion to waive the reading and accept the minutes of those 8 meetings in April?
So moved. Second.
Moved by Freeholder Carter, seconded by Freeholder Kowalski. Please call the roll.
Freeholder Carter.
Yes.
Freeholder Estrada.
Yes.
Freeholder Hudak.
Aye.
Freeholder Kowalski.
Abstain on April 7th, agenda and executive, yes for the rest.
Freeholder Mirabella.
Abstain on the April 28th meetings, aye to the rest.
Freeholder Wright.
Yes.
Vice Chairman Granados.
Abstain from April 7th and April 14th executive session. Yes, the rest.
And Chairman Bergen.
Yes, as to all.
Chairman, you have 8 votes in the affirmative, with the exception of the April 7th agenda, April 14th exec, and April 28th exec. We have 7 votes in the affirmative with 1 abstention. And then you have April 7th executive with 6 votes in the affirmative with 2 abstentions.
Thank you. We now have resolutions pending. At this time, I open the meeting to comments by the public. If any member of the public has a comment on a pending resolution only, please come forward. Please state your name, your town of residence, and please note the resolution to which you are referring, and please remember the 5-minute time limit. Any members of the public, please step forward.
Good evening, Chair Bergen, ladies and gentlemen of the Freeholder Board, Bruce Patterson, Garwood, New Jersey. Some items. Page 2, number 525 on the top. RFP to Lewis Burger Group, not to exceed $4,000, new contract amount for $93,000. I don't know why you're still dealing with Lewis Burger Group. I think you should have some kind of controls in place to exclude people that are or companies that are fined. The federal government fined Louis Berger Group $100 million for major accounting practices that were shifty, let's say. I suggest you put something in place so these elements don't come down into our county, because our county is a county of integrity, right? Moving, yes? No? Okay. Page 2 still, number 527. Remington and Vernick is getting an amount of $390,000 for design, construction, administrative services for road resurfacing. I just want to point out that they have donated to your Freeholder campaigns and your cronies $10,000 in 4 years. Next one, 528, Netta Architects, getting $25,000 for on-call architectural services. They donated to the Freeholders campaigns and their cronies campaigns, $23,000 in 4 years. 529 is the Alamo Group. They're getting $25,000 on-call services, MEP services, $13,000 to the Freeholder and their Freeholder campaigns and their cronies campaigns, $13,000 in 4 years. Wonder where they're getting all this money. Does anybody check to see if they're billing properly on a lot of this stuff? Because, I mean, you know, it sounds like an awful lot of money is being funneled. Number 541 on page 4. It's a contract to Bridgeway Rehabilitation Services in Elizabeth, and it's providing support services to assist parolees returning to Union County upon release, I guess, from prison, I guess. Doesn't say, but a total of $220,000. My question is exactly what is this about? It's for a couple of year period, but it sure sounds like a lot of money. So I'd like somebody to explain what the purpose of that is, and who is the CEO? I mean, I heard rumor that it's a Plainfield councilman. Could somebody please explain who's the CEO, and is he a Plainfield councilman? Page 5, number 545 on the top. Now this sounds like it's good news. It has to do with the open space and recreation plan, administrative acceptance of a matching grant in the amount of $3.9, almost $4 million, for a total matching grant in the amount of $13 million. Are we getting this $13 million this year, or is this an accumulation over the years? I'd like somebody to at least clarify it. And it does sound like it's good news. It's coming right at the right time, because there's a vote coming up on open space. So I don't know, something's questionable how it's happening, but it sounds like good news. Page 5, number 551 down below. And here's something that's near and dear that I've been talking about. It looks like you're getting a $35,000 grant, and it's a cash match of $7,000. Now, I've been talking about matching grants. You guys, and I'll talk about it in the regular comment period also. But that $7,030, that comes about at 20%. Now, you guys actually do many times 50% grant matching to the towns, and even 100%. And I'm finding fault, and I'll talk later on that. But anyway, but this one's only 20%. Now, this sounds more palatable, that you're not banging away, increasing taxes just for a grant. So I'll talk about that further, like I said. 555 on page 6, it's another comment. Brown and Brown getting $13,000. They've donated $11,000 in 4 years to the Freeholder campaigns and their cronies campaigns. Page 7, just go on and on here. I'll tell you what, 568, appointing Sharon Roundtree as a member of the Union County College Board. This is my last comment. From what I understand, there's major issues happening over at the college over there, Union County College. President McMiniman, or whatever her name is, obviously is doing something over there. I think maybe you should at least create an investigation and talk to what's going on with a lot of the professors over there. There seems to be some major issues over there.
Thank you, Mr. Patterson. Your time is up.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Let's go back to, I think there were 2 actual questions on 541. Director Guzzo. please explain what those services are?
Yes, Mr. Chairman. That contract is a direct funding from the state to Bridgeway. We are a pass-through. We also have some staff involved. But what it does, it deals with 100 parolees coming back in and provides all types of services to help them reintegrate into the community. So it's part of the Federal Second Chance Act, and it is money that has been awarded to us because we applied for the money, and it goes directly, though, in the grant was to Bridgeway. So Bridgeway is providing the services, the county's involved relative to coordination, and any fiduciary responsibilities that any grant have that we would have. As I said, it deals with 100 employees over a 2-year period. It's a 2-year demonstration grant.
Thank you. And would you happen to have the name of the CEO of Bridgeway House?
Bridgeway House is Corey Storch, and it is out of Plainfield, but they have services in Elizabeth and throughout the county.
Thank you. And then to reference to Resolution 2016545, Fund Administrator Drake, maybe you could just explain what that grant is.
Hello, Chairman. The request for resolution is at the request of Green Acres, the New Jersey Department of Environmental Protection, and they wanted an enabling resolution that superseded all previous ones. So it is for awards that have come to the county to match acquisitions that the county has made through its trust fund, and its total is over 13 million as stated. The majority of that money has been received by the county already, and we will be able to, through this resolution, receive the remainder.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I believe that covers it. Any other members of the public who wish to address pending resolutions only?
John Berry at Kenilworth. Just on two of these resolutions, just to clear things up for me. 553, that's lake management, $175,000 to a place called Aquatic Analysts. Now, I'm not sure if they changed their name, but some other company with the name Aquatic in there was getting all this money in the past for as far as I can go back in the check registry. Is this a new lake management company? I mean, and what was wrong with the old one? And basically, what is lake management? You think, there'd be someone on staff who could manage a lake, but what exactly do they do? And let's see, getting back to that 541, again, just for more clarification, it just didn't make sense to me. Corey Starts, I knew was the CEO, and he's a 3-term Plainfield councilman. And it's the whole concept doesn't, just to be specific, is this any parolee gets what? Do they get housing, or what is it that's actually provided through Bridgeway? And the whole 221,000, so that all comes from the federal government and it goes to Bridgeway, and then they use county employees. The whole thing just doesn't, I don't understand how it works. And from the reading here, it seems like anybody, not just people who lived in Union County, but anybody who can come in here and use these funds. Is that the case, or is this just for parolees who happen to be Union County residents before? So I'd just like clarification on 541.
Thank you. Director Guzzo, maybe you can clarify those 2 points. Is this for, well, it was really, I guess, 1 point. Any parolee, just Union County, and specifically, what are the services?
I apologize for not being clear before.
And I'm sorry, but before you, and correct me if I'm wrong, but the services are not provided by county employees at all?
That's correct.
Okay.
And these are for Union County parolees returning to Union County. And the myriad of services that are provided to parolees are everything from housing support, intensive supervision, making sure that they've reintegrated back into the community, whatever assistance they need, all to make sure that there's not a relapse, and that they're able to progress and, you know, obtain its work, employment, whatever anyone you could imagine would need coming out of state prison and returning to the community.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Director Zuber, on the lake management contract, maybe you can just give a little explanation of what that is.
Yes, Chairman, through you, the former vendor was Aquatic Technologies. They did bid this year. They were not the low bid. This program is chemically treating 19 of our lakes this year. Due to extra nuisance invasive species that are happening, you're going to see the lake starting to turn green. Well, these are chemical treatments that we do periodically throughout the summer.
Thank you. And just to be clear, this was public bidding, so it's a different company because a different company bid lower than the
Correct.
people doing it last year?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Are there any other members of the public who wish to address agenda items only? Seeing none, I'll close that portion of the agenda and ask for a motion, please, to adopt resolutions 2016-523 through 2016-576.
So moved, Mr. Chairman.
Second.
B. James.
Motion made by Freeholder Mirabella, seconded by Freeholder Kowalski. Clerk of the Board, kindly call the roll.
Freeholder Carter.
Yes.
Freeholder Estrada.
Yes.
Freeholder Hudak.
Aye.
Freeholder Kowalski.
Yes.
Freeholder Mirabella.
Aye.
Freeholder Wright.
Yes.
Vice Chairman Granados.
Aye.
And Chairman Bergen.
Mr. Clerk, I abstain on resolutions 2016-542, 543, and 544, and vote yes on all of the remaining resolutions.
Thank you, Chairman. You have 8 votes in the affirmative, with the exception of the resolutions you've just mentioned. 2016-542, 543, and 544. We have 7 votes in the affirmative, 1 abstention.
Thank you. We now have a need to bring 2 resolutions from the floor, and therefore I would request a motion to suspend the rules for purposes of considering those 2 resolutions.
So moved, Mr. Chairman.
Is there moved by Freeholder Mirabella, seconded by Freeholder Kowalski. Please call the roll.
Freeholder Carter.
Yes.
Freeholder Estrada.
Yes.
Freeholder Hudak.
Aye.
Freeholder Kowalski.
Yes.
Freeholder Mirabella.
Aye.
Freeholder Wright.
Yes.
Vice Chairman Granados.
Aye.
And Chairman Bergen.
Yes.
Chairman, you have 8 votes in the affirmative.
Thank you. I now open the floor to the public for comment on these 2 resolutions only. Once again, please state your name, your town of residence, and which of the resolutions you are referring to, and mind the 5-minute time limit. Is there any public comment on just these 2 pending resolutions?
Good evening, Chair Bergen, ladies and gentlemen. The Freeholder Board, Bruce Patterson, Garwood, New Jersey. 2 resolutions. I have 2 comments and questions. Number 577, a resolution supporting Township of Scotch Plains submission of a grant application, Safe Routes to School program. That's actually a good program. I do support that program. However, the question is, why is it being pulled from the regular agenda for a separate vote? I'd like to know the answer to that. Number 578, $21 million. It's a new line item to support county implementation of criminal justice reforms. Is that some money at least coming down from the state? Where's that $21 million coming from? And I would assume it's because of that $1.8 million that was floated out there during the budget time about bail reform costs for the county. So where's this money coming from? And hopefully it's going to offset some of that $1.8 million. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Mr. Patterson, as to your first question, both of these resolutions are being handled separately because they came to the agenda without being mentioned at the agenda session last week. and that's why they're brought here this way. Both of them are being done tonight because there are deadlines. The first one, Scotch Plains application is due on June 27th, so we just found out about it, did not have time to wait till the August meeting. And likewise, the second one is, that is in support of a bill pending in Trenton to, in fact, supply state funding to help cover the $1.8 million. And because the state budget is due to be done by July 1st, again, we couldn't wait until the July meeting to hear this, so that's why it was on tonight. I think that answers all of your questions. Any other members of the public who want to address either of these two resolutions? Seeing none, may I please have a motion to approve these two resolutions?
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Freeholder Carter, seconded by Freeholder Wright. Clerk of the Board, please call the roll.
Freeholder Carter.
Yes.
Freeholder Estrada.
Yes.
Freeholder Hudak.
Aye.
Freeholder Kowalski.
Yes.
Freeholder Mirabella.
Aye.
Freeholder Wright.
Yes.
Vice Chairman Granados.
Aye.
And Chairman Bergen.
Yes.
Chairman, you have 8 votes in the affirmative.
Thank you. Once again, I open the meeting to the public for purpose of commenting on any governmental issue that a member of the public feels may be of concern to the residents of the county. Please once again state your name and town of residence and adhere to the 5-minute time limit.
I'll either go last or second to last anyway, so. Good evening, Chair Bergen, ladies and gentlemen of the Freeholder Board, Bruce Patterson, Garwood, New Jersey. First of all, I'd like to thank Chair Bergen and County Manager Al Fayello for coming to the Garwood ceremony of the rededication of the plaques. I appreciate it. You know, high-ranking officials always lend decorum to the ceremony, so thank you very much. This seems to be the two resolutions that are there. This seems to be like something new. I don't know if somebody could explain that. I always thought, even though they were rushed, they were always buried in with the rest of the resolutions. But maybe there's some kind of regulations that say it has to be separate. So my regular question, and again I'm going to be asking it. Why was the business administrator of Scotch Plains controlling and overseeing the Union County budget? I've asked this question time and time again. It seemed like that was a conflict of interest. We have a council attorney here for the county getting paid, like, I guess, around $165,000. It sure sounds like it's his purview. So through you, Chair Bergen, I'm just wondering, what is the answer? I'd really like to know an opinion rendered on this and what was used as the background of determining this opinion. I mean, you know, I haven't gotten an answer yet. It's really strange. Last time I said, are you afraid of answering it? You know, maybe you can answer that you are afraid. So that's my question there, and, you know, I really would like an answer. I mentioned I was going to talk about grants, and you know, it's back to this matching grant, and it's all it does is just increase taxes again and again. You know, you tax us like the Open Space Trust Fund, you tax us for that, and then when you give us a match, you know, grant, it has to be matching, which then we have to increase again. One of the freeholders, who I guess I'm having a wonderful repartee on about this, you know, he says, well, you know, we have $1,000, and we want you to have $1,000 to raise, so you can match the grant. The only question here, and hopefully he's going to be watching this portion, but I mean, like, it's not that you have $1,000. That $1,000 is the people's $1,000. So he doesn't have $1,000, like he said. It's $1,000 from us, and then you guys want to make us again raise another $1,000. That is wrong. It's been wrong. I know, Chair Bergen, you mentioned, oh, it's more bang for the buck, but all it is more taxes. I mean, just give us the money straight. Or, like I mentioned before, I was looking at this 20% 20% matching grant previously. Now that sounds, okay, look, So make it 20%, make it 25%. No, don't make it 50%, don't make it 100%, because these are additional tax monies that have to be raised. I mentioned an example for the, I think it was the selling of the Runnels, and so the 1.5 million Hudak Patterson infrastructure grant, and we actually had to borrow our money. So it's not only being, increase in taxes, but now we have to pay the interest on it, which is additional taxes. It just doesn't make any sense. There is no sense. I really seriously think you should relook at it. And yes, if you want some token of good faith, just make it 25% matching. So, thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Patterson, for your comments. Any other members of the public who wish to speak on any public issue? Seeing none, I'll close that portion of the meeting and move on to freeholder reports and comments. Freeholder Hudak.
No comments, Chairman.
Thank you. Freeholder Kowalski.
Thank you, Chairman. I'd like to let everybody know that Chairman Bergen and our county engineer and I participated in a meeting in this week with the Army Corps of Engineers. We've mentioned in the past that we are working on a Rollway River flood control project. We have, with the help of our congressional representatives, we have been able to get funding for the study and preparation for this project. And this week, the Army Corps gave us information on the tentatively selected plan for the project. So as we've said before, it is a long process. It's very involved. The Army Corps of Engineers studies every aspect of what can happen when you do a flood control project. We are confident this project is going to be done. We have funding for the next 2 years of study and preparation, and we will continue to work with the Army Corps and our municipalities to get this flood project done. I also have a few things to mention about cultural affairs. We had the opening of the Union County Senior Art Exhibit earlier this month, and it includes work from 157 artists. We're very proud to offer this display of both professional and non-professional artists over age 60 and above, and it's done with funding from the New Jersey State Council on the Arts. And of course, the venue is Elizabethtown Gas's atrium at Liberty Hall Center, and it's just every time we attend. Freeholder Wright was there for the opening with me, as well as County Manager Fiella. It's just so impressive to see the great work that people do, both professionals and non-professionals. So I would encourage everybody to go have a look at the artwork, because it's there until July 12th at Liberty Hall Center of Elizabethtown Gas in Union on Mars Avenue. Another thing that's coming up that's very enjoyable is you can take tours on New Jersey's official tall ship, which is called the A.J. Meerwald, and it's docked, or it will be docked at the Elizabeth Waterfront Pier. Some of us attended the opening announcement for this ship and had a chance to just briefly get a little time on the ship. This is an opportunity for residents to participate in an unusual maritime experience that melds history, geography, and environment into an enjoyable experience on the Arthur Kill Waterway. And it's done through the efforts of the Elizabeth Destination Marketing Organization. This is a group, what's happening throughout this area now to promote tourism is we have destination marketing organizations, and this is the group for Elizabeth. And also our county cultural affairs office is participating. So you can get more information from that at Elizabeth's website, goelizabethnewjersey.com. And on July 8th, we are co-sponsoring an event at the Snyder Academy in Elizabeth about none other than the legacy of Alexander Hamilton. I wish we could offer tickets for the Broadway show at this event, but at least we will have information on Hamilton, and it'll feature readings, discussions, book signings, and someone from the show will be there, John Rua, a Union County native and a Broadway actor who's in the ensemble of the hit musical, and he'll be talking about his role in the play. So this is on July 8th, and you can get more information on our website. So I've got a lot to look forward to this summer, and that's it for me, Chairman. Thank you.
Thank you. Freeholder Carter.
Thank you, Chairman. Now that summer is in full swing, I'd like to remind everyone about some of our free outdoor events that we have planned for the season. First up is actually tomorrow evening, June 24th. The New Jersey Symphony Orchestra will visit Echo Lake Park in Springfield to kick off our annual Summer Arts Festival. You can come early for a free yoga class. Come at 6:30, great time. The concert starts at 7:30. They will be doing beloved classical pieces as well as selections from popular favorites, including Ghostbusters, Star Wars, The Wizard of Oz, Beauty and the Beast. So it seems to be fun. I hope everybody's going to be excited about that, as many of us are up here. We also have our Family Flick series of 4 movies that will begin on July 12th. And you can come early for those free fitness classes for kids, including CrossFit, yoga, Zumba, and karate. Last but certainly not least, we will be having our Shakespeare in the Park series. We'll celebrate its second season beginning July 17th. This year, we are very proud to present a production of Twelfth Night by the Shakespeare Theater of New Jersey's Next Stage Ensemble. You can get a complete listing of everything we have going on, schedules, exactly which locations, if visiting our website, www.ucnj.org, and navigating through that site. We have a lot of great things, but also please make sure as the weather is warm that you check on your neighbors. You check to make sure if they have enough water, air conditioning, because it's been hot over the last week, so we want to make sure we look out for each other. And lastly, I want to congratulate all of our Union County youth who have graduated this season in 2016. There's a lot of graduations, from middle school into high school, from kindergarten going into the 1st grade, high school, and going into college, and college, going into more learning because it's lifelong. But I want to congratulate them all for the wonderful work that they've done, and really wishing them best of luck in all that they do. Thank you.
Thank you, Freeholder. Freeholder Wright.
Thank you. Last weekend, I was honored to speak at the American Cancer Society Relay for Life of Union event. As a resident of Union, a former teacher and administrator of the Township School District for many years, 36 years, now an elected member of the Freeholder Board, and a cancer survivor, it was truly an honor to be at the event, to join hundreds of Union County residents and guests in the fight to end cancer. I'd like to thank the Union Relay for Life Committee, as well as everyone who participated in the event. Each step around the track gives hope to save lives. 13 years ago, I was diagnosed with breast cancer. Words can never begin to describe what went through my mind as the doctors each told me of the diagnosis, along with the challenges ahead and outlook for recovery. Now, as a cancer survivor, I enjoy this wonderful blessing of life every day. Eliminating cancer isn't going to be easy. Nothing worthwhile ever is. Not every story turns out like mine. Some have had more struggles. Some did not make it through the struggle. Cancer events such as Relay for Life give us all a reason to come together, to celebrate, remember, and to fight back. Again, thank you all who made last weekend's Relay for Life Union event a success.
Thank you very much, Freeholder. Freeholder Estrada.
Thank you very much. Even though I was at the back of my time, I just need to address one issue. Earlier, a speaker spoke about Dr. McNanaman from Union County College, and I really was surprised to hear his comments. There hasn't been an individual who has headed Union County College to the degree that Dr. McNanaman has, and all her accomplishments, and the accomplishments not only of her, but also of her staff and her children and the individuals who go to the school. This year, we have a larger graduation numbers. I know that many people throughout the state have been complaining about county colleges and their graduation rates, but not taking into account the number of individuals who are of an elder age who will go to school and not necessarily go in a traditional time frame of 2 years to completing their education. But to come in here and speak of Dr. McNanaman and requiring an investigation really gets me into this degree of the fact is that there hasn't been anybody as committed to the institution as she has been, and I know that she will continue to be. So I needed to just a few words of opposition to the comments that were made earlier. We're very proud of her. I know that the board has her full support for Dr. McNanaman, and I know that she will continue to do an outstanding job. Thank you, Mr.
Thank you, Freeholder. Freeholder Mirabella.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I want to echo Freeholder Carter's comments on congratulating all the graduates in 2016, including my daughter Michaela, who graduated high school on Tuesday, and now both my children are high school graduates, which is fantastic. I want to, now college, right? So I want to talk a little bit about recycling in our county. These recycling events are among the most popular services that we offer, and if you haven't come yet, I'd encourage you to come to the Votech campus at 1776 Rowden Road in Scotch Plains on June 26th. We'll be holding a paper recycling event from 9 o'clock to 1 o'clock in the afternoon. You're welcome to bring up to 4 bags or boxes of personal, private papers, and they will be shredded on-site by a mobile paper shredding truck. This is a free service designed to help you dispose of sensitive documents securely. The shreds will eventually be turned into pulp and reclaimed for further use, so that helps the environment as well. Hundreds of county residents use this mobile shredding service every year. You can get a complete schedule of all the details and events and information on electronics and household hazardous waste at ucnj.org/recycle or calling the recycling hotline at 908-654-9889. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Vice Chairman Granados.
No comments, Chairman. Thank you.
Thank you. County Manager.
No comments, Mr. Chairman.
County Council.
No comments, Mr. Chairman. Thank you.
Thank you. I just want to briefly add on to what Freeholder Kowalski said about the Army Corps project for flooding. We are, I believe, making big steps and moving forward in what is sometimes a slow process. But I would like to note that we have had all along the support of both of our United States senators and the various congresspeople who represent the affected areas, and that has been very important in helping us to move this project forward, particularly with the funding that is needed down in Washington. And as Freeholder Kowalski said, there is already allocated the monies needed to complete the plan and then get it ready for funding for the actual project. So it is a step forward, though we do have a ways to go. I wanted to mention one of the Freeholder initiatives for this year, which is our work with the Union County Economic Development Corporation in promoting loans to small businesses, minorities, and women. With that in mind, I'm happy to announce another new loan program offering women business owners in Union County access to 0% working capital financing. The unprecedented interest elimination on loans up to $25,000 is made possible by grants from Investors Bank and the Tory Burch Foundation Capital Program and the Bank of America. The loan program, which is exclusively for women-owned businesses in Union County, offers up to $25,000 at 0% interest for 5 years with no collateral requirements. Eligible borrowers will have to have been in business for 3 years, be profitable in their last tax return, and have a personal credit score of at least 680. Borrowers who may not qualify for the 0% loan have other alternatives being offered by the county through the UCEDC. Women-owned businesses are also eligible for a 2 percentage point discount on their interest loans up to $50,000. And this program is available not only to established businesses but to startups as well. If you want to learn more about the UCEDC's loan programs for small businesses, you can visit their website at www.ucedc.com or call them at 908-527-1166. I'd also like to mention with some pride that the online website niche.com, it's NICHE.com, reviews neighborhoods and schools and has rated 6 of Union County's municipalities among the top 100 places in New Jersey to raise a family. Those towns with their statewide rankings are New Providence at number 11, Fanwood at 18, Summit at 25, Westfield at 33, Cranford at 55, and Berkeley Heights at 85. It's worth noting that much of what's pointed out as the affirmative quality of life in these towns is based on things that this board has done countywide. We've worked hard to maintain the safety net for our citizens, assist our working families, create new job opportunities, make improvements in public safety, our parks, as well as investing in our infrastructure. These investments continue to pay off as we see poll after poll rate positively on the quality of life in Union County. That's all I have for tonight. Thank you all for attending. May I please have a motion
So
to
moved,
adjourn?
Mr. Chairman.
Is there a second? All in favor? Thank you all. Have a good evening.